bad people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Loughborough Shakespeare Society performance of Romeo and Juliet. Please refer to flash photography and smoking during the performance. In the unlikely event of a fire, exits are located at the front of the building. There will be fake gun sound and sound effects used during the performance. Please make sure all mobile phones are turned off and thank you.
Two households, both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge breaks a new mutiny.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes.
Pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures piteous overthrow.
Do with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love.
Continuance of their parents' rage.
Which, but their children's end, naught could remove.
Is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend,
what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
The dog of the house of Montague moves me.
to move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I will push the men from the wall, and thrust the maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us their men.
'Tis all in one, I will show myself a tyrant. When I fought with the men, I'll be cruel with the maids, and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads, take in what sense thou wilt.
Thou must take it in sense that feel it.
Me they shall feel while unable to stand. 'Tis known I'm a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish, thou wouldst be poor, John. Draw thy tool. Here comes 2,000 Montague.
My native weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
Ow, turn thy back and run.
Fear me not.
No, marry, I fear thee.
I would buy my thumb at them, which is a disgrace if they choose to bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law outside if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you. Draw, if you be mad.
What's the caveat? Halt, fools! Put up your sword! You know not what you do.
Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace.
got drawn and talk of peace. I hate the word, as I hate hell, all the Montagues, and thee.
Clubs, bills, partisans, strife, beat them down. Down with the Capulets, down with the Montagues.
What noise is this? Give me my longsword, ho!
Thou villain, Capulet! Hold me not! Let me go!
Thou shalt not stir a foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbour-stained steel. Will you not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins. From pain of torture, from those bloody hands draw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moving prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona citizens, cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans, with hands as old, cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, come along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart!
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today. Right glad I am he was without this fray.
Madam, an hour before the blessed sun parted the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drave me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward routeth from the city's side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy son, who private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must assume approve, unless good counsel may the cause move.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, as his own affections counsellor, is to himself. I will not say how true, but he is to himself, so secret and so close. So far from sounding in discovery, as is the bud bit with an envious worm. Here he may spread his sweet leaves to the air or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
See where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
Come, madam, that's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Of her favour where I am in love.
Oh, alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in truth.
What fray was here? Tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create. This love feel I that feels no love in this. Farewell, my cause.
Tell me, in sadness, who is that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell you?
Groan, why? No. But sadly, tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
Well, I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
A right good markman. And she's fair, I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
Well, then that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak, childish bow she lives unharmed. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide an encounter with assailing eyes, no, ope her lap to saint-seducing gold. Oh, she's rich in beauty, only poor, for when she dies with beauty dies her store.
Then she have sworn that she will still live chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
by giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike, and 'tis not so hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honourable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying over what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. But too much summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, a happy mother's maid.
Too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. Woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. Her will to my consent is but a part, and she agree within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair recording voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, where to invite many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. Come, go with me. Earth treading stars makes dark heaven light. Seraph, go. Trudge about through fair Verona and find those persons whose names are written here, and to them my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, the tailor with his last, the fisherman with his pencil, and the painter with his net, yet I am sent to find out those whose names are written here, but can never find the names a writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned, in good time. Good Goggin, I pray, sir, can you read?
I, mine own fortune in my misery.
You have learnt it without book. I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
You say honestly? Rest you merry.
Stay, good fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Ansame and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitravio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and her brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosalie, Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up,
Whither?
to supper, to our house,
Whose house?
my master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now, I'll answer you without question. My master is the great rich Capulet. So, if you be not of the house of Montague, come, crush a cup of wine. Rest ye merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest. Amongst all the admired beauties of Verona, go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that eyes shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age, well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me, but as I said, on Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she marry, I remember it well, just since the earthquake now, 11 years. And she was weaned, I never shall forget it, of all the days of the year, upon that day, for I then laid Robert to my dove, sitting in the sun under the dove house. Enough of it! Hold thy peace. Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou was the prettiest babe that I e'er nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. Marry! That marry is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honour I dream not of.
An honour? Were I not thine only nurse, I would say thou hast some wisdom from thy teat. Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love. A man, young lady, such a man as rule the world. Why, he's a man of wax. Verona's summer hath not such a flower. Nay, he's a flower in faith, a very flower. What say you? Can you love the gentleman? Tonight you shall behold at our feast. Read over the volume of young Paris's face and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament and see how one another lends content, and what obscured in this fair volume lies. Find written in the margin to his eyes. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks a cover. The fish live in the sea, and 'tis much pride, for fair without the fair within to hide. This book in many's eyes doth share the glory, and in golden clasp locks in a golden story. So shall you share all he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less. No less, nay bigger, women grow by men. Speak briefly. You like Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking like in move, but no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent to give strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up. You called my young lady Arsenal, the nurse cares in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait, I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
Well, what, shall this speech be spoken for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
Let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
I'm not for this ambling.
Oh, nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you'll beat love down.
I dreamed a dream tonight.
So did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep when they do dream things true.
Oh, well then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's middle, and comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, drawn by a little team of atomies, athwart men's noses as they lie. Her wagon spokes are made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, and in this state she gallops, night by night, to lovers' brains in their dream of love.
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkest of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy.
Supper is done, and we will come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast, by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen!
out with you. My mistresses, which of you will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she elsewhere hath court. Am I coming ye now? My masters, I've seen the day that I have one advisor who could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, but 'tis gone, 'tis gone. Enough! Come, musicians, play! Give room. Put it. Turn the lights up. Turn the fire down. The room has grown too hot. Sarah, this unlooked-for sport comes well. You and I are past our dancing days. How long is it you and I are in a mask?
By your lady, 'tis 30 years.
'Tis not so long, 'tis not so long. 'Tis since the nuptials of Lucentio came Pentecost as quickly as it will, some 25 years, and then we mask.
'Tis more, sir. His son is elder, his son is 30.
Will you tell me not? His son was but a ward 2 years ago.
What lady is that that doth enrich the hands of the other gentleman?
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiopia. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Shows a snowy dove trooping with crows as yonder lady over her fellow shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place to stand, and in touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? I forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither with an antic face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honour of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
It is he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and besides, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for all the wealth of all the town here in my house, do him disparagement, therefore let him alone. It is my will.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I will not endure him.
He shall be endured. What goodman boy I say he shall go to? Am I the master here or you? Go to!
It is a shame.
You're a saucy boy, is it so indeed? You'll not endure him. Got your men with my sword, you'll make a mutiny among my guests. Go, sir! What? Chill in my hearts!
Patience, perforce, with wilful collar meeting, makes my flesh tremble at their indifferent greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, shall soon convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with mine worthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle finds this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims ready, stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? The saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm as holy palms kiss.
Have saints not lips, and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim? Lips that they must use in prayer.
Well, then let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took?
Oh, trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Married bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house.
good lady and a wise and a virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal.
Is she a Capulet? Away, be gone! The sport is at its best.
I so I fear. The more is my embarrassment.
Come hither, nurse. What is young gentleman? Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love, sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this?
A rhyme I learnt, even now when I danced with you.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? I'll turn back till earth find thy centre out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo!
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, which is already sick, and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, for she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourses. I will answer it. I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if they were there? They, in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars like daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would, through their airy region, stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and thou no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
Thy name is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What Montague? 'Tis nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that this bescreeding night so stumblest on my counsel?
I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, for it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
Did you see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords.
Thou knowest thrust the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaid my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word, yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. That love's perjuries they say Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I will frown and be perverse, and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. What else? Not for the world, in truth, fair Montague, I am too fond.
Lady, on yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon. The inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart still loves...
Well, do not swear! Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rushed, too unadvised, too sudden. Good night, a sweet repose and rest. Come to thy heart, and sat within thy breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. Madam! I hasten noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true, stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night! I am afeard, being a night, all this is but a dream.
Few words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one I procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, with all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst one I'd liked. Love goes towards love like schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo!
My dear,
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
at the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Or let me stand here till I remember.
Tis almost morning. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morning.
Ways to make you see. I want you to stay here beside me. I won't be okay, I won't survive. So just tell me today.
The grey-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. And flecked darkness like a drunkard reels from forth day's path and tightens fiery wheels. Now, here the sun advanced his burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry. Oh, mighty is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. For naught so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. No aught so good, but strained from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse, Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this, being smelt, with that part cheers each part, but being tasted, slays all senses with the heart. To such opposed kings encamp them still in man, as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker, death, eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedictere! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to my bed. Therefore thy earnest doth assure me thou art uproused by some distemperature. Oh, if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last was true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father? No. I have forgotten that name and that name's woe.
Oh, that's good, my son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thee asking me again. I've been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded. Both our remedy in help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift, riddling confession finds but riddling drift.
Then plainly know that my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on her, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine with holy marriage. What and when and how we met, we wooed, we made exchange of vow. I tell thee as we pass, but this I pray that thou consents to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis. What a change is here. Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dearly, so soon forsaken? Young men's love lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And bades me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one out, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote, and could not spell. Ah, come, you young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancour to pure love.
Let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Nay, wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil has his Romeo been? Came he not home tonight?
Oh, not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale-hearted wretch, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, have sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life!
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo. He is already dead, shot through the ear with a love song. But is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Ooh, more than prince of cats, I tell thee. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion, rests me his minimum rest, 1, 2, and the third into your bosom.
He is the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, the immortal passado, the punto reverso.
The what? Oh, here comes Romeo!
You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. Pardon, good Mercutio, but my business was great, and in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
Peter! Anon! My fan, Peter! Peter! For fans, the fairer face. God ye good morrow. God ye good den, good gentlewoman. 'Tis no less, I tell thee, for the bawdy hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon. Out upon you! Can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady, farewell! Marry, farewell! I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of her ropery?
A gentlewoman nurse that doth love to hear herself talk, and will speak more in a minute than she will stand to in a month.
I pray you, sir, a word. As I told you, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say I will keep to myself.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress.
Good heart and good faith. I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Bid her devise some means to come to shrift, and there she shall, at Brian Lawrence's cell, be shrived and married.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send my man away.
Oh, Peter, stay. Well.
Thou good, sweet nurse. Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
Oh, I am aweary. Give me leave a while. Oh, fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
Thou hast my bones and I thy news. Pray, come speak, good nurse, speak.
Jessie, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that, say either, and I'll state the circumstance. Let me be satisfied, is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What have you done at home?
Oh no, all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What to that?
Oh Lord, how my head aches. Oh, what a head have I. It beats as it would fall into 20 pieces. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Oh, what a sight. Oh, my back. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
My faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse. Tell me, what says my love?
He says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? Oh, how oddly thou repliest. Your love says like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
God's lady dear, you so hot. Marry, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward do your messages yourself.
Such a coil come, what says Romeo?
Have you got any leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, with after hours that sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death do what he dare. It's enough that I might call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as too tardy as too slow.
Oh, I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape a brawl. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Now I like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps his sword upon the table and says, God send me, no need of thee. And then, by the operation of the second cup, draws it on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come. Thou art as hot as any jack in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody as as soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
What? Thou hast quarrelled with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. Why, thou quarrelled with a man in the street for coughing, with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, with another for tying his shoes with an old ribbon. Yet thou would treat to me for quarrelling.
Oh, by my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort. Does thou make us minstrels, and thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discord. Here's my fiddlestick, here's it shall make you dazzled consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either retire unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze upon us.
Men's eyes were made to look, therefore let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure,
Well, peace be with you, girl. Here comes my man. Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain, I am not. Therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy! This does not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou know the reason of my love. Until then, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, cruel, dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt! You rat catcher, will you walk?
And what wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives!
I am for you.
I am hurt. And he is gone and has nothing!
What? Art thou hurt?
Scratch.
Courage, the hurt cannot be much.
No. Tis not so deep as a well, nor wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. As for me tomorrow, and you will find me a grave woman. A
help me into the house, Benvolio, I will faint.
My very friend hath got a mortal hurt on my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt that hath an hour been my kinsman. Sweet Juliet, thy beauty has made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor steel.
Romeo? Romeo? Brave Mercutio is dead!
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe. Others must end. Now, Tybalt! Take that villain back again, that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep her company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with her.
Thou wretched boy that did consort her here shall with her hence.
Romeo, away, be gone! The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain! Stand not amazed! The prince will doom thee death if thou art taken hence, be gone away! Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Up, sir, come with me. I charge thee in the prince's name. Obey. For the vile beginnings of this fray.
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies a man, slain by young Romeo, who slew my kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my brother's child. The blood is spilled on my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague. Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. An envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of fair Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth. We'll let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montagues. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, Prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, he must not live! Romeo slew Tybalt. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes for what the law should end. The life of Tybalt.
And for that offence, immediately do we exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie bleeding. But I'll immerse you with so strong a fire that you will all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found that hour shall be his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murderers, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds. Towards Phoebus' lodging, such a waggoner as Phaethon would whip you to the west and bring in the cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, so tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Oh, nurse, what news? I me, what news? Well, why dost thou wring thy hands?
Alack the day. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. Alack the day, he's gone. He's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, but heaven cannot. Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus?
I saw the wound. I saw it with my eyes.
Oh, break my heart.
Oh, Tybalt. Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman. That ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dear loved cousin and my dearer lord. Then dreadful trumpets sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish, he was not born to shame.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband.
Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort to me, wherefore weep I then. Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, or bound. In that word's death, no words can that woe sound.
Romeo, come forth. Come forth, thou fearful man. Fiction is enamoured of thy parts, thou art wedded to calamity.
What news, father? What is the prince's doom?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom. A gentler judgment hath vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath far more terror in his look, far more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Is death mistermed, calling death banishment?
Oh, deadly sin. Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince taking thy part hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, and not mercy! Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog, every little mouse, every unworthy thing may live in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death? Tell me, father, hast thou no poison mix, no sharp ground knife, no sudden means of death, though ne'er so mean, but banished to kill me?
A fond madman, here, come, let me but speak a word.
You speak again of banishment.
I will give thee armour to keep that word off. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee. Though thou art banished.
Hang up philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet.
Oh, then I see madmen have no ears.
Thou canst not speak of what thou dost not feel.
Romeo, hide thyself. Hark how they knock. Who's there? Romeo, arise, that will be taken. I come.
I come from my lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar, tell me, oh Holy Friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, with his own tears made drunk.
Nurse, speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth she not think of me an old murderer?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
Says that name? Shot from the deadly level of a gun hath murdered her. As that name's cursed hand had murdered her kinsman. Tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy does that name lodge? Tell me that I might sack off the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! Look at me. Look at me! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art, but thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Thou hast amazed me. I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and stay thy lady, too, that lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why reignest thou on the heaven, thy birth and the earth? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There, art thou happy? Tybalt would have killed thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There, art thou happy too? The law that threatens death turns into exile. There, art thou happy? A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Go, get to your lady as was decreed. Send her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look that thou not stayest till the watch be set, then thou canst pass to Mantua. There you shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and summon thee back with 1,000 times more joy than when thou settest forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, and commend me to thy lady, and have her bid all the house to bed, which sorrows makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Farewell. Things have fallen out so unluckily that we have not had chance to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly. So did I. Well, we were born to die. It is very late, she'll not come down tonight. I promise you, had it not been for your company, I'd have been in bed an hour ago.
His times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I shall, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's made up in her heavens.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love, for I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of our son Paris's love. And bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. Well, soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, then Wednesday is too soon. Thursday. Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Do you lack of this haste? Will you be ready?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get thee come, or Thursday be it. Go you to her, ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this her wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho, before me. It's so very, very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow by night.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, not the nightingale. Look, What envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east? Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoed on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to beat thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content if thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than more to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. I will now be gone in the light and light grows.
Madam!
Yes?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be wary, look about.
The window let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, pray, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Or by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
I will omit no opportunities to convey my love to thee.
Thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art below as one dead, in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookst pale.
Then trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Daughter, are you up?
It's a bit cold. Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause prepares her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou could not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling lost.
So shall we feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for?
Feeling so the lost cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
No, girl, thou weeps not so much for his death, but that the villain lives who slaughtered.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor, murderer, lives.
Aye, madam. From the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. I'll send one to Mantua where that same banished renegade doth live, and give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then, I hope, thou will be satisfied.
Aye, madam. I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead.
But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? I beseech your ladyship.
Well, child, thou hast a careful father, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, has sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expects not, and I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child. Early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman the County Paris at St. Peter's Church will happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how you will take it in your hands.
When the sun set, the air doth drizzle dew. For the sunset of my brother's son, it rains down right. Oh, now, conjure it, girl. What? Still in tears? Oh, now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, and she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her queen.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she know? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate,
Oh no.
but thankful even for hate that is not love.
Oh no. Chop logic, what is this? Proud? And I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on the hurdle thither! Out, you green sickness carrier! Out, you faggot! Tell face!
Good father, I beseech you on my knees!
Out, you baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what. Get thee to church, O Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me! Fingers itch. Wife, we had scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I think this one is one too much, and we have a curse in having her. Out on the building!
Oh, God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
Oh, now, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, smatter with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason.
Peace, you mumbling fool! Unto your gravity or a gossip bowl, here we need it not! God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone in company. Still, my care hath been to have her matched. And now, having provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demesnes, youthful and nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honourable parts, as one should wish a man. And then to have a wretched, pulling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortunes tender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you, pardon me! Well, as you will not wed, I'll pardon you, graze where you will, for you shall not house with me. Trust to it, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul, I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall ever do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn!
Is there no pity, sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Speak not to me. But I'll not say a word. Do as thou wilt, I have done with thee.
Oh God, on earth, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. Comfort me, counsel me. What sayest thou, some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished. I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish-clout to him. Assure my very heart, I think you're happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it do not, first is dead. Oh, 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him. Speakest thou from thy heart, and from my soul too, or else beshrew them both. Amen. What? Well, thou
hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will. And this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Go, counsellor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Unto the friar, to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death. Therefore little have we talked of love, for Venus smiles not in the house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would I knew not why it was slowed. Look, sir. Here comes the lady towards my son.
Happily met! My lady and my wife!
That may be so, and I may be a wife.
That maybe must be love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye. I am sure that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, my face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest it more than tears with that report.
It is no slander, sir, which is a truth. And what I spake to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to your evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter. Come, sir, we must entreat this time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on early Thursday next shall I rouse ye. To then adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, my Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear on Thursday next, and nothing may prorogue it, be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou can tell me how I may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this gun I'll help it presently. Be not so long to speak, I long to die!
Oh, daughter! I do spy a kind of hope. If thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou'lt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame?
I will do it, without fear or doubt, deliver and stay wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, go home and be merry, and give consent to marry Paris. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humour, for no warmth shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thy livest. Thou shalt continue 42 hours, then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come. Hold, get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua to know our drift.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight.
What? Are you busy? Need you my help?
No, madam. We have called such necessaries as are behoved for our state tomorrow. So please you let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so simple business.
Good night. Get me to bed and rest. I had to eat.
God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene, I needs must act alone. Come, Vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? What if it be poison which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonoured because he married me before to Romeo? Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Mistress? What mistress? Juliet, fast I warrant her. Madam? 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 Must needs wake you, lady! Lady! Alas, alas! Help! Help! My lady's dead! Like the day, my lord, my lady! What noise is here? A lamentable day! What's the matter? Look! A heavy day! My child, my only life, revive! Look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, the Lord is here!
She's dead! Like the day, she's dead.
Oh, let me see her. Out. Oh, lass, she's cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long since parted. Death that had taken her to make me well ties up my tongue and does not let me speak.
News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with the angels lives. I saw her laid in her kindred's vault, and presently took part to tell it to you. Oh, pardon me for bringing such ill news, that you did leave it to my office, sir.
Did even so. Then I defy you, stars!
I beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and well, and do import misadventure.
Leave me, and do the things I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter, get thee gone. Well, Juliet, I will lie with you tonight. I do remember an apothecary's. As I remember, this should be the place. Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither. I see that thou art poor. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is deaf to any he that utters them.
The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Here shall go. Come, cordial, and not poison. Go with me to Juliet, for there I must use thee.
Holy Francis Friar, bring her home!
The same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo, or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out one of our order to associate with. Here in this city, visiting the sick and finding him. The surgeons of the town suspected that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign. Sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. Thus my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Nor gets the messenger to send it to thee. So fearful they were of the infection.
Happy fortune. By my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of dear charge, of dear import, and the neglecting of it may do much danger. Friar John,
yes,
go hence and get me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll bring it to thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. In 3 hours the fair Juliet will wake. But I'll write again to Mantua, and keep Juliet at my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will dew, or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. Obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep.
My love. My wife. Death that hath sucked the honey of thy lips, no power yet upon thy beauty. Sweet Juliet, why art thou so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I will stay with thee, and never from this palace dim light depart again. Oh, here I will stay with worms that are thy chambermaid. will set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of the inauspicious stars from this world's wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, will you the doors of breath? Seal with your righteous kiss a date that's bargained to engrossing death.
Come, bitter come. Come,
and savoury guide.
Here's to my love.
Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, the kiss. I die.
Where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo? I see, have been his timeless end. Oh, children, goal and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. I believe some poison yet doth hang on them to make me die with restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Put right here, here's the place. The ground is bloody. Quick, search about the churchyard. Go tell the priest, run to the Montagues, raise up the Capulets!
What should it be that is so shriek abroad?
The streets where Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris have all run with open outcry towards our money. What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, there lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before. Warm and new kills.
Friar, say at once what thou dost know in this.
Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet. And she, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished!
Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, no more can I demand.
The glooming peace this morning with it brings. Sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there a story of more woe
than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
The kiss of the snow, the grass